Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to another reading, chapter 10. We're going to be going back to Mu. So, the link to my novel will be in the description below, and the name of it is Lilith, Adam, and Eve, the Dark, the Gray, the Light. And, I hope you buy it. Alright. So after this, we got, this is chapter 10, I'm going to 17, so we got about 7 more chapters to go. Alright, so, on Mu's radiant cliffs, where the emerald sea hammered quartz into gleaming sculptures tuned to the harmonics of hidden worlds, Kalia led her squad through a ballet of defense and hope. Each warrior spun their staff, a singing rod of energy, sparks bursting like fireflies in a summer tempest. The salt-washed wind tumbled through the plaza, thick with the living alchemy of youth and age. Wards woven in shimmering light, elders chanting Gaia's old hymns. Mu was a sanctuary poised above chaos, its towers throwing rainbows across the sky, resolving into the hearts of people, resolving into the hearts of its people. Yet peace was a goblet of glass, trembling in the shadow of Enlil's coming storm. Even now, phantom echoes of ancient wars haunted Mu's crystalline shores. Kalia's braids cracked like a whip as she danced around a trainee's strike, twisting with a liquid grace to redirect his blow. Her spear thrummed, a living conduit of electromagnetic force. Focus on your vibration, she called, her voice both a whip and a melody. The soul's frequency is your compass. Let it sing. The young trainee, his eyes wide with awe, tightened his grip as his staff flared, its light briefly illuminating Kalia's armor in gold. Her eyes sparkled with pride. Though a shadow lingered beneath. Days before, cloaked drones had slipped through Mu's wards, silent harbingers of the coming storm. Hermes watched from a balcony, his silhouette etched in ink against the stormlit sky. His hawk-sharp gaze hunted the horizon for the glint of phantom wings, stealth technology mocking Mu's sanctuary, spectral shapes dancing at the edge of sunlight. The last assault had battered their resolve, but Hermes knew that Enlil's hunger never truly slept. Mu's people, survivors, dreamers, the final embers of Tiamat's ancient fire, were his to guard. Every breath they took was rebellion, each heartbeat a spark defying the soul grid, the spectral web that chained generations of Tiamat's endless cycle. Sophia, Adam, and their children, still shadowed by Enlil's reach, haunted the borders of his mind, their fate entwined with the destiny of worlds. Kalia finished shielding herself from a final blow, stepped back, and wiped sweat from her brow before approaching Hermes. "They're improving," she said, her tone steady but urgent. "But if Gadril comes himself—" Hermes' jaw tightened as his bracelet hummed, a subtle, urgent sound. "Gaia forges aid and key for the battles to come. We hold Mu. We strengthen wards. We strike when ready." His voice was resolute, yet beneath his calm memories of Tiamat's ruin flickered Sophia's screams, Enlil's soul-takers, the True One's malice. He had fled to Mu, vowing to protect its people. Mu was more than a sanctuary. It was home to dreams and faces he had come to cherish. The laughter of children, the wisdom of elders, the spirit of a community embraced him with unwavering trust. Yet the shadows behind Enlil and Gadril gnawed at him. His fear intertwined with a fierce determination to safeguard the only sanctuary he had ever known. A shout shattered their focus. Kalia spun. The youth pointed frantically at the sea. A shimmer agitated the waves, a cloaked drone, its shield sputtering where water touched. Hermes watched. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Sunlight betraying what was hidden. Hermes glanced at his bracelet. It flared. He conjured a bow of radiant etheric energy. "They're back," he said, mocking an arrow and facing the threat. Kalia sounded the alarm. "Protect the plaza." The plaza erupted. Warriors clustered into defense formations, weaving a shield overhead. Kalia gripped her spear, its crackling electromagnetic field casting blue arcs. Her eyes blazed with defiance. "For Mu," she vowed, her voice piercing the clamor. Adults hurried the youth to safety, guiding them through arced exits as their wards trailed sparks. Elders gathered at the plaza's center, their chants invoking Gaia's protection. Hermes loosed his arrows. The etheric beam pierced the drone's core, detonating it and scattering molten fragments into the sea. But the waters churned, exposing more shadows, drones with blazing red eyes, and the drone of a warped Anunnaki tech. Mu's flame blazed, but war crept closer. Hermes knew the true battle waited in Eden, where Enlil's grip tightened. Kalia rallied her warriors, raising her spear as their staffs locked together, forming a defense line along the cliffs. "Hold the wards," she shouted. Her spear thrust skyward, sending an electromagnetic pulse rippling through the air. The youth, arms trembling, projected nascent wards that shimmered into the shield. Their determination was a power Enlil could not fathom. Hermes steadied his aim and fired again, downing another drone. The sea below churned with reinforcements, their numbers swelling like a plague. The cliffs shook as a shadow rose. A grotesque Anunnaki construct pulsed with dark energy, its limbs twisting as it emerged. Servant to the True One's malice. Kalia's warriors faltered, their staffs dimming in trembling hands, but she stepped forward, raising her spear with resolve. For Gaia she warred. A clarion call rallying her forces, the wards flared, vibrations shook the air as Hermes drew his bow, etheric arrows streaking forth, carving paths of light. Hermes' bracelet buzzed, a faint signal from Enki's network. He tensed. Gaia's warriors nears. He muttered, hope sparking. As the construct advanced, tearing at the wards, a subtle vibration began to pulse through the defenders' weapons, resonating with the energy of approaching reinforcement. This tremor, almost imperceptible, echoed through each staff and spear, weaving an unseen thread of alliance amid the tension. They had to hold. Kalia, he called. We fight as one. The sea roared, the construct loomed, Mu's defenders stood defiant, their light a beacon against the gathering dark as they ripped apart the construct forged from former drones. Yet, in Hermes' heart, a flicker of doubt trembled, a fear that this storm might eclipse even their brightest hopes. We can't lose Mu, he whispered, the weight of worlds echoing in his words. But behind the fear, a fierce hope burned, urging resilience against the storm. Alright, and that concludes today's reading. Tomorrow will be chapter 11 as we go back to Eden. So, I hope to see you then. And hello there. This has been a chapter 10 reading. If you would like to purchase my novel, the link will be in the description below. And we're also not done with the full reading. Like I said, I'm going to chapter 17. But anyways, this has been a Lilith, Adam and Eve, Mu, Hermes, and Kalia production. See you tomorrow. Alright. Anyway. Peace out. I hope everyone's doing well.